This is Tucky Williams, and you've just entered Monsters from the Basement.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monsters from the Basement. We are in Lexington, Kentucky at the Scare Fest, and I'm here with Tucky Williams.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. Are you originally from Kentucky?
Yeah, I'm a fourth generation Lexingtonian.
Is that how you got your name from Kentucky?
Sort of, yeah. I have family up in Canada, and I'm the only grandchild on both sides, so that's how I got the name. Kentucky.
Right. When did you decide that you wanted to be an actress?
Well, I wanted to all my life, ever since I was a little girl. And, you kind of talk yourself out of it. But then I saw an ad in the paper for this movie called Shadows Light. They said, hey, open auditions, come on out. And I came out and auditioned, and I got the leading female role in the movie. So then that just got the ball rolling. I was getting a degree in meteorology at the time, and I thought I was going to be a meteorologist. And I did that for a while, but once I made a movie, I was like, that's what I really want to do, and to hell with a career.
You were the co-host of a show here in Kentucky, or?
Yeah, Good Morning Kentucky. They do this thing where you do the weather, and someone else does the news, and then you kind of sit there and chat. But it was kind of funny because I wasn't really a news person, and I would just read off the teleprompter. I wouldn't read ahead of time, so I'd be like all happy, and I'd sit down and I'd be like, 41 deaths in, because I wouldn't know what was coming. So I'd be all cheerful and then be like, 41 deaths in southern Kentucky. And I'd have to drop down real fast. But, we'd make chit chat. And it was a great experience, but it didn't compare to being creative. I think when you're a creative person, you have to keep being creative. Yeah.
On a day like today, how would you report the weather?
It's fucking cold.
Yeah, that's the way it is.
Well, we were talking last night about driving home. Freezing rain is the worst. Mm-hmm. Just avoid the freezing rain. Everyone thinks snow is bad and sleet is bad. No, it's the freezing rain that will kill you. Just stay away from that stuff.
How long were you on that show?
Oh, a very brief period of time. I don't know, very briefly. It was hard, to get up at... I think I was getting up at, 4 o'clock in the morning to do the 6 to 7 show right before Good Morning America. And then you'd have to stay there and do the noon show. Yeah, and now it's gotten even worse. They do updates throughout the morning. Oh, God. And now, in the evenings, they do, 3 or 4 newscasts a night. I don't know how they do that.
I always wondered that because you see the same people on the morning news. It's on the evening news. And
so they try not to do that because, you would die if you had to do morning and evening. So every station generally has, in this area, 3 meteorologists, and they can sort of switch them out.
You're also a yoga instructor?
Yeah, I teach yoga. I teach vinyasa and yin, and I love it.
Saw some of your pictures on the internet.
What kind of picture?
The yoga.
Yeah, the yoga picture. Yeah. I'm really flexible. I've been practicing for, oh my God, at least 10 years. It makes me feel good. It feels really, really good to not have all that tension in your body. I love it.
So right after the morning show, is that when you did the audition? And
let me see. Yeah, I auditioned, and then they said they were going to make it. Then I did the morning show, and I went back to the movie people. I said, oh, by the way, I'm doing this morning show. I'm still going to make the movie because I thought I wasn't going to be able to make the movie. So then I did the movie, and I was like, that's it. I have the meteorology degree, though, and it's funny because somehow people don't take that seriously. I think it's sexism. People don't take it seriously, so I'll be on a movie set. They'll be like, I don't know if it's going to rain or what the weather's going to be like, and they'll make plans and not know when the sun's going to set or if it's going to rain or thunderstorm, and I'm like, why didn't anybody ask me? So I do think it's sexism, unfortunately, but everybody says, oh, you were a weather girl. And it's like, no, fuck you, I was a meteorologist. I am a meteorologist, I have a degree. That's just, I hate that. Sexism's my thing. I'm just ugh, that's the thing I feel every day.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in such a modern time and everything, but all that still exists, unfortunately.
It does, and that's the thing I feel most. You'd think I'd feel, discriminated against, for being gay or whatever, but no, I am, but what I feel most is being treated differently because I'm a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you think that's unfortunate.
I do. You've done some theater, too?
I did when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I was a kid, they let me be in plays that the adults were in, and they'd let me like push the sets around, let me walk on stage for like 2 minutes for a little tiny part.
Okay.
Yeah, that was from when I was like 11 and 12.
Okay. So how many films have you appeared in?
I have no idea. And then I've done a lot of weird things, like I'm on the Friday the 13th Part 2 DVD on the special features, and I had forgotten that. Yeah, and I just remembered it recently. I'm like, oh, I should put that on YouTube or put that on my resume. Like, that's kind of important. Yeah, and I look good, and I'm talking, and yeah.
All right.
So there's a bunch of stuff I've done, and I just can't keep it all straight.
Tell us about the movie Dead Moon Rising.
Dead Moon Rising, I feel like that was my breakthrough role. Up until Girl Scene, that was the role I was most known for. God, Dead Moon Rising's just an excellent, excellent film. I tell people that even if I hadn't been in it, it would be one of my favorite movies.
Are they making a part 2?
You would have to ask them. I've said I'll be around if they make a part 2, but you would have to ask them.
I remember first time I met you was in Chattanooga, and I think then that was a year or so ago.
That was like 2 years ago. I mean, you got to talk to them about it. Do I have a customer? Hi.
No, I'm just making my first
Okay,
pass.
you can make your first pass.
Right on.
He's interviewing me. Just
Oh, I'm sorry.
no. He can edit it. Okay. I just don't want you to think I'm being rude and ignoring you.
No, I just don't pay attention, so I'm sorry.
Okay, well, just if you need my attention, just wave.
I'll be back.
Okay, cool.
Tucky, nice, cute name.
Thank you. Okay. I'm just so popular, you know?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm just such a big deal.
Tell me a little bit about Girl Scene.
Well, I wanted to make the show that I wanted to see and that I wanted to act in. And I had never really seen a show. I mean, they have the L Word. That's about lesbians. And I love that show. And a lot of people like to make fun of that show, the L Word. And I completely don't like those people. That was an excellent show. I wanted to make a show that was more like about queer culture and girls who are having fun and enjoying being gay and maybe don't want to have babies, and sort of fit into that stereotype, actually kind of want to look gay, and, a show about me and my friends. So I made that. Now it's a little more dramatic and a little more funny. We're not that crazy. I sat down and wrote it, and we made it, and then I thought maybe like 5,000 people would watch the first episode, and instead it went viral and blew up all over the world, and I got like famous like overnight, like just famous in the gay community. But I'll take that. I love that. I like getting the female attention.
So you've done 2 episodes so far?
We've filmed 3 full episodes, and we're in production on 4 and 5. That's really good. We're gonna have 8 episodes in the first season. If I get done with the first season and I'm still alive, then I'm going to be set. I'm going to be made. It's hard. It's hard work to like sort of be in charge of your own show. And I have help. I have Nick Brown. I have Eric Butts. But it's still really hard. I love every second, though.
It'd be neat if it could go cable or...
Yeah, well, we're with Blip, and it's on TiVo and Divx. Honestly, I like doing this indie thing because I can do whatever I want. And the people at Blip TV are very, very, very supportive. And I said, do you want me to tone it down? Do you want less graphic sex? Do you want less me saying fuck less? And they were like, no, we want you to make the show that you want to make. I never thought in my life anyone would ever say that to me. They don't want to tell me what to do at all. They just want me to make the show.
That's why I like independent films. They make it the way they want to make it, and they don't have the studio breathing down their back telling them what...
Exactly.
They can do.
And this is the way media is going. Everything is made for specific markets and specific groups, and this is made specifically for women who identify as like lesbian, bi, even trans. It's this very specific group of people, and if you're in that group, you're gonna want to watch this show, and they can market directly to those people. Yeah. Anything
planned other than that?
No, I mean I want to say yes, but anything else that comes up, I'm like, I like the show too much. Yeah. That's all I want to focus on, and that's all I want to do. I really, really, really love it. This is me living the dream, is making Girl Scene.
Well, that's great. You got to be happy with what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you taking a few minutes and talking to me.
Well, thank you. I actually have to say this is like one of the best interviews I've ever done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Most people, it's really shallow, general questions like, why are you famous? Why are you here? And then I answered like, okay, thank you. This is really good. You thought about it. You got research. People really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So thank you. Excellent interview.
Thank you very much.